Reading for February 28th. Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 433, paragraph 2, through page 435, paragraph 1, using inclusive language. Judge not, that ye be not judged. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Judge not, that ye be not judged. For with what judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged, and with what measure ye mete, it shall be measured to you again. This statement could come only from one who had a deep insight into the universal law of cause and effect, which balances everything and sees that in the long run, everyone receives their just due. This law Emerson called the High Chancellor of God. The law of cause and effect is the law of perfect balance, of logical sequence, and of inevitable consequence. Whatever we sow, we must reap. The law of cause and effect is immutable, and everyone's action produces an effect in their life, which they must ultimately experience unless they transcend the law already set in motion. Such a concept supposes that we are surrounded by a universal law which is entirely impartial and which returns to the thinker the logical effect of their actions. We, being a free agent in this law, whether consciously or in ignorance, are continually setting it in motion to some definite end. Therefore, it is true, unalterably true, that we must reap as we have sown. This means that life must return to us the manifestation of our motives, thoughts, and desires, whether these motives, thoughts, and desires were intended for ourselves or others. It means that the thought of judgment, criticism, and condemnation must, in time, operate against the one who sets it in motion. It is doubtless necessary to the well-being of society that our civil laws be enforced. Else, in our present state of evolution, there would be no protection from those who seek to destroy society, but personal condemnation can be entirely eliminated. Ultimately, we see that the universe rests on the shoulders of love, that source is love, and that all the errors of people are the result of ignorance of their own true nature. The happy outlook on life is always constructive. The understanding heart is filled with sympathy and helpfulness toward all. An evolved soul judges no one, condemns no one, but realizes that all are on the road of experience, seeking the same goal, and that each must ultimately find their home in heaven. In the long run, nothing judges us but the immutable law of cause and effect. Whoever deserves punishment will receive it, and whoever merits reward will find that it is brought by the hand of the Almighty and delivered to them. There is a direct law responding to condemnation and a direct law responding to praise and appreciation. It is, of course, the same law used in different ways. There is a law common to all people which responds to every person's belief in life at the level of that belief. No person can be happy who lives in a continuous state of condemnation of people, conditions, and things. We must learn to praise and not condemn. Religious morbidities. Those who have made a study of soul analysis are aware that poisonous secretions in the body are often the result of religious morbidities. The time has come to break the bondage of these false impressions. We are free souls, free spirits, and because this is true, our thought has creative power. And since it has this power, we must carefully choose what we are to think, for everything moves in circles. We do not say there is no evil experience. We say evil is not an entity, but a misuse of power, which of itself is good. We shall never know the nature of good by dissecting the nature of evil. Thought retards or quickens. Everything our thought rests upon is either retarded or quickened by the power of that thought. Everyone has a law unto themselves. Under the great law of cause and effect governing all things. When we constructively praise and creatively bless, life abounds with love, peace, and joy. Let goodness shine forth. Let us learn to see that everyone is an evolving Christ. Let us so live and think that we may retire at night in peace, knowing that no harm can come to the soul, that we may rise in the morning renewed in body and mind, with a brighter outlook, a happier expectation, and a clearer joy, looking upon all with love, condemning none, and blessing even those who seek to injure us. Let us learn to be perfect, even as the divine being, residing in the heart of all and overshadowing eternity, must also be perfect.